Scene opens with a rapid montage. A gas pump counter spins upwards dizzyingly fast. A grocery store receipt unfurls, a long list of ever-increasing prices. An electricity meter whirs at high speed. The final shot is a close-up of a person sighing as they look into a nearly empty wallet. An animated dollar bill appears on screen and begins to physically shrink, getting smaller and smaller until it's a fraction of its original size. What is inflation, and why does it feel like you're getting a pay cut even when you're not? It's the invisible force making your money worth less today than it was yesterday. It's the reason that holding onto cash can feel like holding a melting ice cube. But what does that actually mean for your daily life, your budget, and your future? A simple, clean graphic appears. One line labeled cost of living slopes sharply upward. Below it, another line labeled average wages rises much more slowly, the gap between them widening. Narrator, the most immediate impact of inflation is on your purchasing power. Simply put, your paycheck just doesn't stretch as far as it used to. Even if you receive a modest raise, if it doesn't keep pace with the rate of inflation, you've effectively lost ground. This isn't just a feeling, it's a mathematical reality. That $5 coffee becomes $6, the weekly grocery bill jumps by 20, and suddenly the budget that worked last year is completely broken. We see scenes of a family making tough choices, putting a desired item back on the shelf at the store, canceling a streaming subscription, opting to cook at home instead of dining out. The mood is one of quiet frustration. Families begin to cut back, starting with the non-essentials. The small luxuries that make life more enjoyable, a dinner out, a family vacation, a new gadget, are often the first to go. What was once a comfortable financial cushion can quickly become a tightrope walk, where every dollar must be carefully allocated just to cover the basics. The screen splits into 3 panels. The left panel shows a for rent sign with the price visibly crossed out and a higher number written next to it. The middle panel shows a close-up of a medical bill with a daunting total. The right panel shows a shot of a university campus with tuition fee numbers floating upwards. Narrator. Beyond the daily expenses, inflation aggressively targets the pillars of modern life, the cost of essentials. Housing costs, whether rent or a mortgage, often soar, consuming a larger and larger portion of your income. Healthcare becomes more expensive, with insurance premiums and out-of-pocket costs rising steadily. And for those planning for their children's future or their own, the dream of a college education can seem to drift further out of reach as tuition fees climb year after year. These aren't discretionary costs. They are fundamental necessities that become sources of significant financial strain. The scene transitions to a piggy bank. A hand reaches in, not to add coins, but to pull out bills to pay a stack of invoices. Next, an animation shows a line graph representing retirement savings. The line, which was once climbing steadily, begins to flatten out, falling far short of a dotted line representing the retirement goal. Narrator. This relentless pressure on your budget has a direct and damaging effect on your long-term goals. The money that was once earmarked for a down payment on a house, a new car, or your retirement fund is now diverted to cover rising monthly bills. Your savings lose their value over time as the future cost of your goals increases faster than your ability to save for them. The comfortable retirement you've been diligently planning for can feel like it's slipping away, one inflated grocery bill at a time. A new graphic appears, a staircase representing tax brackets. An animated figure is pushed up to a higher step labeled 24% bracket, but the figure itself doesn't grow in size, indicating their real purchasing power hasn't increased. The scene cuts to a close-up of a credit card statement with the high APR circled in red. Narrator. And then there are the hidden burdens. Inflation can push you into a higher tax bracket, a phenomenon known as bracket creep. Your income might rise to keep up with inflation, but because tax brackets aren't always adjusted accordingly, you end up paying a higher percentage of your earnings to the government. even though you're not actually any wealthier. At the same time, central banks often raise interest rates to combat inflation, making it more expensive to borrow money. This means higher rates on credit cards, car loans and mortgages, adding another layer of financial pressure. The tone shifts to one of empowerment. We see a person sitting at a desk, focused, using a budgeting app on their phone. Another person is seen reading a book on financial literacy. A clear graphic illustrates a diversified investment portfolio with slices for stocks, bonds, and real estate. Narrator, but you are not powerless. The common lesson from every economic cycle is the importance of financial awareness and proactive strategy. This means creating and sticking to a detailed budget, understanding where every dollar goes. It means exploring investment options that have the potential to outpace inflation, such as stocks or real estate, to make your money work for you. Building a diversified portfolio is crucial. It's about not putting all your eggs in one basket. Knowledge is your most powerful tool in protecting your financial well-being. The final shot shows a diverse group of Americans, young and old, from different backgrounds, looking thoughtfully towards the future. They appear determined and resilient. Narrator: inflation is a complex economic force with far-reaching consequences. It's more than just numbers on a screen. It's a daily reality that shapes our lives and our futures. But understanding its impact is the first and most crucial step toward navigating it successfully. In the face of economic uncertainty, financial awareness is not just an advantage. It is your first line of defense.